If I think about it, it's all about growing up. So it's all about when I was a kid and going through life trying to work out how to be in life and what to do and how to get a girl and how to, you know, live up to or be cool with your mates or whatever, and all those challenges that kind of make life tricky. And I always found that when I went in the water, I felt at home.
It's my life. It's every single aspect of what I do and who I am. It's become one of the most amazing opportunities I've ever had, I suppose, to experience what it's like to be one of the healthiest and fittest athletes in the world.
I came into the sport because there was an element of risk. You're dealing with Mother Nature.
It's a great, family, no matter if you're the guy setting up the trail flags at 7 in the morning or you're one of the pro Ironman.
It's an amazing sport, super challenging. You're never on top of it. It just trips you up at any moment. I had a few days where I felt like I mastered the moment, but I never ever mastered it completely.
Everyone in surf lifesaving in Australia and even international come to the Australian titles. So I guess when you win that, it's something. You've pretty much achieved the biggest thing you can achieve in our sport.
It's one of the best things about our sport. You want to bleed for the other guys, I reckon.
I'm going for my 5th title this year. I know that Shannon's going for his 6th. I think Trevor Hendy's won 6 in total in his total career. So certainly it would mean a lot to me.
There's no hiding. It gets dirty and hard and you just got to do it, and whoever comes out on top, they deserve it.
The Australian titles to me is being a 15-year-old kid growing up on a farm on the south coast of New South Wales. No traffic lights, no curved gutters, and getting into a car around midnight and driving for around 12 hours the whole way through to the Gold Coast and coming to this mecca of surf life saving. And you line up and you don't know how you've gone, you see this guy and you've heard about that guy and you don't know who this guy is. And I think the coolest thing for me is that I got to do it with my best mates, and that was the journey we got to have. And the most, I suppose, reassuring thing is you stand on that line for that final and you can look down the line and sure as hell you see one of the other boys stepping forward smiling, putting his thumb up going, let's rip in.
It's the one you want to win, and it's an open event. Any guy can enter. There's no prize money on offer. It's all about tradition, all about racing for your mates, racing for the guys that you train with all year. And that's why I love it.
It's a silly thought for me to even think about, because it's never, you think about winning it, but yeah, for that sole second then when you ask me the question of like what it would feel like to win an Australian Ironman title, you automatically like shifted back in time to when like the footage of like Dean Mercer running Trevor Hendy up the beach, like that just is instilled in my mind.
He's run out of petrol, and look at this, Dean Mercer hangs on, and Hendy gets second. Dean Mercer, Hendy, oh, what a finish.
You've now ticked off, you won an Australian Ironman title. You could die a happy man tomorrow. Yeah, you'd sleep easy for a year, you'd probably retire.
It's the Wimbledon of Ironman racing, I reckon. It's the prestigious one. That's what's so pure about the Aussie title, is that you win it, and you're winning it for you and for the history of it and for your club. It's in the ether there that you won an Aussie Ironman title, and so you're doing it really for self-fulfillment and self-completion and stuff. So that's why I love about that side of it, and that's what makes what Shannon's done so special, because he's won so many of those through that period.
I think there's several great competitors that have come through surf life saving. I think Zane Holmes is probably one of the most outstanding all-round competitors that the sport has ever seen in the 100 years of competition of surf life saving.
And when he or she says, Trevor Hendy's the best, or someone says Shannon Eckstein's the best, or someone says, Zane or Kai's the best, it's sort of like their personal opinion. It's more like, who's your favourite out of those 4?
Without a doubt, I'd have to say Shannon. He's proven it. This year he went on, he won a world title, he won the series. Someone just won 7 Ironman titles. I think that's that's just mind-blowing. Yeah.
You're going to someone like Zane Holmes, who's won everything. He's the only guy in the sport to win everything, and most people do say Zane is the best because he's won everything.
Best Ironman of all time is Shannon Eckstein. For a guy to achieve medals in every single thing he goes in, I think, besides the single ski race, crazy.
There's someone like Shannon now who's racing, and the guy's almost 30 and he's been racing since he was 18 or whatever it was, maybe even younger, and he's been winning since he was 18.
You know, Trevor's always regarded as the best, the greatest. He's got that aura about him, that he did things that no one else could do in his era. So, you know, in my mind, I grew up idolising Trevor, and I still do.
There's this question that people pose in life: who's the greatest and who's the best, and who's this and who's that? And we're all very unique. Like Kai's a different character to me, Shannon's different, Zane's different. We're all very different characters, but somehow the common denominator is we all had an intense desire to win and be the best on a particular day. I certainly know for myself, I enjoy the feeling that I went as far as I could go. I put my heart and soul into it, and I really believed in it, and that's what I'm most proud of.